Hello everybody, I'm Fish6, and as you can probably see, I am making an object show. What is its name? What is it about? Does it have lore and all that other fancy stuff? Well, that is exactly what I'm here to tell you. As for the latter, yes, it does have lore. A ton of it, in fact, unless I misunderstood the meaning of lore. This is a passion project of mine, and I'm really excited to finally share it with the wider world. Let's dive in! Well, let me get this out of the way first. This is not a joke show. I would say that it's kind of like inanimate insanity conceptually, if that makes any sense. Like, there is a plot and a whole lot of other stuff going on, but the challenges are still important parts of the episode. It's definitely not as dark as inanimate insanity though. I'm not going to make anybody cry here with my little show. Also, I don't know how important this is, but the host is not an algebraian or a mechanical object, nor is he insane. This is groundbreaking! I didn't know it was possible to have an object show with a mentally okay host. Now that I have that out of the way, let's get to the fun part, the characters. Me being a writer at heart, I kind of went overboard on character personalities and ended up with a full page for each of them that is full of me trying to psychoanalyze every little bit of them. They also have a bunch of spoilers for character development and such, so sadly I cannot share the entirety of them with you guys, but I can and will give you shorter descriptions of each of the 24 contestants. If you want to read a little bit more about them, I have longer descriptions of most of them on my post tab, along with a little drawing I made of each of them. I'm not done with everyone yet, but I hope to be soon. The characters competing in the show are as following. Quarter Note, Shy but Sweet Chameleon. Cherry, ADHD Party Girl. Tumbleweed, Grumpy Mediator. Clipboard, Robot-like Psychologist. Soap, Gullible yet Smart Psychologist. Ski, pretty much X if he was smart. Magnet, thinks and cares too much. Pencil Box, the insane one, because you can't have a show without at least one insane character, that's not possible. Marshmallow, learned of the saying innocence is bliss a little too late and now has mega anxiety. Bookmark, evil, manipulative, and sadly smart. Hairbrush, bossy girly girl. Mouse Pointer, businessman politician. Slinky, 9-year-old conspiracy theorist. Wrench, toxic masculinity at its worst. Nightlight, hot-headed voice of reason without the reason. Sword, another businessman politician but also a celebrity. Sock, hyper-dependent with trust issues. Game Remote, carefree idiot. Ukulele, a kid in an adult body. Lemon, the best sarcastic and pessimistic drama queen in town. Bucket, very carefully maintained attachment. Pearl, there's literally nothing to her. She has no depth of any kind, honestly just plain boring. Torch, hyper-independent with trust issues but also very deadpan. Battery, silly prankster guy. Such a fun cast of characters. You may be wondering who the host is, but I'm not going to tell you that because mystery. Same goes for the name of the show, though I will let you know it is abbreviated OW, or just OW. Probably not too hard to guess what that stands for, but oh well, I guess. However, what's a good show without an interesting world for the characters to be in? I, of course, created a whole world with a bunch of different weird systems, like a system for birth, aging, recovery, and even disabilities and mental disorders, because genetics and physical and mental development don't really exist in the same way here. I don't really want to go into that because I'm not sure what I should and shouldn't tell, spoiler-wise, but it's way too exciting not to share, so I'm explaining it anyway. So in this world, there are two different types of living objects, biological objects and so-called inanimate objects, who are living beings. Their name is a bit misleading and may or may not be changed in the future. Biological objects are born of two inanimate or biological objects of the same type, and much like humans, are a mix of the two parents. For example, two inanimate bottles can birth a bottle child, but one inanimate bottle and one biological bottle, or a bottle and a cup, cannot have children. It's a lot like how species work, but at the same time, not at all, because inanimate parents can birth a biological baby. It's kind of confusing. Inanimate objects, on the other hand, used to be non-living and just kind of gain consciousness, limbs, and a face one day. They also do usually grow in size when this happens. There aren't a ton of tiny objects running around everywhere. Although this happening to any object is very rare, they are still much more common than biological objects due to the sheer amount of different possible objects making it very hard to find a good partner to have children with. This makes adoption very popular. More on that later. Now, recovery does exist in this world, but it's very particular about who can and can't recover, and uses a lot of machinery, and therefore can only be done at very specific buildings that are pretty much hospitals. First off, biological objects cannot recover under any circumstances, which makes their life a lot more dangerous than inanimate objects. Inanimate objects, on the other hand, can only recover from death by injury, so if you get sick and die, then no recovery for you. However, it can get a little muddy as to what counts as sickness and what doesn't. Like if you bleed a lot and get an infection and then die from both, what would that be? It's generally not too confusing though, so these things shouldn't come up too often. Another important system is the way age works. Like most things in this world, age works differently with biological and inanimate objects. Biological objects work pretty much the same as humans, except that their physical body doesn't change. They stay the same size from birth to death, though things like the objects getting worn out can and usually do happen. They do age mentally though. Inanimate objects don't age physically or mentally at all. When they come into existence, they are mentally a certain age, and that doesn't change for the rest of their life. They also come into existence with all the basic information someone their age should know. Sometimes the information is incomplete though. In fact, a lot of things are sometimes incomplete when inanimate objects come into existence. So they still do have to go to school. If they are younger than the legal adult age, which is usually 18, then they are put up for adoption. Because the ability to have kids is so rare in this world, most people adopt instead, which is both good and bad in ways I hope I'll get a chance to explore in the series. Needless to say, adoption centers are much more common and probably also a lot more full than they are here on Earth, but they also attract a lot more attention from the public due to how important they are to even everyday life, so they are usually well funded. There is a whole lot more to this world and universe, but I think I've given away enough already and don't really want to tell much more. Feel free to ask though, I might answer. However, most of the world I made here wouldn't really be shown in the show, which is honestly kind of sad. I put a lot of effort into making it realistic. Even after I finish the show, I'll definitely revisit this world just so I can explore its problems, because believe me, there are a whole lot of them. And if you like this world, you can make up your own stories in it. As long as you credit me, feel free to do whatever you want with this idea. Maybe I'll even make your stories canon. Who knows what might happen? That's basically all I can say about the show without giving anything big away, and I know this isn't much, but I really hope you stick around to perhaps see a little more. Feel free to ask any questions about me, the show, or anything else in the comments too. I'll be happy to answer. Also, if anybody's interested, I need help with voice acting for the show. I'm going to upload a video a few days from this video's release for anyone who might want to perhaps voice a character, because I have maybe 3 people in total to voice act currently, and one of them is me. I definitely need more than that. Any help with that would be greatly appreciated. If you feel like this could be a cool show, then perhaps consider liking the video so more people might see it, or subscribing if you want to keep up with updates about it. Or not, it's completely up to you. Well, that's it for me. So long, and thanks for all the fish.